Today is part one of a three-part series that's great for coaches, for executives, for anyone that's on a team. The series is called Team Fundamentals, and let's take a look at where we're going in the next 3 weeks. Today we're going to talk about getting 5-point clarity in the workplace. Next week we'll give you a 5-star leadership assessment to help you look in the mirror and determine your strengths and weaknesses. And then in the third week we're going to talk about the 5 dysfunctions of a team. Now, this series from FLEXTALK is designed for you to go through with your team, with a mentor, or with a consultant. So we encourage you in each of these weeks to watch the video ahead of time and then to come ready to talk about the questions that you'll see just below the video. So let's talk about 5-point clarity in the workplace. And that means we're going to get clarity on these 5 things: your team's values, your mission, your vision, your strategy, and your culture. At the top of the picture is values. Your team values answers the question, what do we care about? What matters to you as a leader, and therefore what should matter to the people on your team? In a sense, everything in this picture flows out of your team's core values. So if you've never taken the opportunity to write them out, you should do that today. The second thing is mission. And mission answers the question, why do we exist? A good mission statement is usually a sentence or two, and it tends to be pretty static. Good companies can have the same mission for decades. It's important that the leaders understand the mission, but it's equally important that all of the team members understand it as well. Now, once you've established your mission, you can talk about your vision. Vision answers the question, where are we going? Paint a picture of the perfect future for your team. Your vision should be inspiring and it should be measurable. And you can break it down into 3, 5, and even 10-year increments. Now, many companies do a good job with their values in their mission and their vision, but these last 2 items are really where the rubber meets the road. I think great companies, and only great companies, understand their strategy and then they assess their team culture. Strategy answers the question, how will we get there? How are we going to get from our broad, generally stated mission to this grand vision of a company that we want to be in the future? Great strategists lay out big ticket objectives that the whole team can work toward, and they break those objectives down into smaller, actionable items. We'll put some questions down below to help you think about your strategy if you've never done this before, and we'll also link some additional topics to help you to take steps toward developing good, measurable strategic objectives. But none of it matters if you don't get clarity on your team's culture. And culture answers the question, how do we actually do things? Now notice that culture can point away from your vision if you're not careful. This is what we call the culture gap, the distance between a winning strategy and the losing habits of your team. The key to 5-point clarity is to eliminate that gap, to align your team's culture with the strategy that you know is going to get you to the outcome that you're all working toward. It's so easy with all of our teams to give our mission and to give our vision lip service, to put it on plaques on the walls and to say that we're working toward those things. But it's only the great teams that will take a look at their culture, their everyday habits, and say, are these things that we're doing really leading to the vision that we've set before us? So take a moment to get clarity on these 5 points for your team or organization: your values, your mission, your vision, your strategy, and your culture. Because teams that can get clarity on these 5 points up and down the chain of command are the teams that get to the next level.